Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Will McNally, and today I'm back with a very exciting episode of the McNilly Chat. I have Dr. Wood on today. Dr. Wood currently works at Illinois State University as the Associate Director of Bands. He's the director of the Big Red Marching Machine and the Symphonic Winds here. He also teaches a basic conducting class at Illinois State and also teaches a marching band techniques class. Besides his current position, Dr. Wood has also previously been working in the public high school system as a band director in the state of Texas for 11 years. With all that, let me introduce you to Dr. Wood, so you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, great. I'm Dr. Wood. Thank you so much for having me. You definitely did your research on what it is that I've done in my past.
Sure thing. Just some general questions we'll start with. Where are you originally from?
Spent most of my life in the Dallas area in Texas, just kind of all around. Then lived in Austin for 5 years when I was undergrad. And then when I did grad school, I lived in Baton Rouge for 2 years. Then I lived in Pembroke Pines, which is kind of right on the Miami-Dade, Fort Lauderdale border there.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. How did you end up here at ISU?
The easy answer is this job was open.
Okay.
And Illinois State University has a good reputation of being a band-friendly school.
Sure.
And when I saw that the marching band position was open, it was a very, very short on my list of places where I wanted to end up, and then the rest is history.
Sure. Now I guess like diving into like kind of the music questions. What is your primary instrument?
So in a different life, I was a trumpet player.
Okay. That's cool. How did you end up playing the trumpet?
In sixth grade, I wanted to play percussion because that's what everyone wanted to play in sixth grade. And so we showed up for music selection, and the teacher was like, yeah, you're not going to play percussion.
Okay.
And saxophone was my next, and everyone apparently wanted to play drums or saxophone. And I was like, how about trumpet? And I was like, okay. And then it just stuck.
That's cool. That's cool. Like, how did you end up like wanting to pursue music education and be a music educator?
I was one of the lucky ones that figured out like my sophomore year in high school that this is just what I wanted to do.
Okay,
I really enjoyed being in band. That was kind of my home away from home.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people find themselves in that situation.
Sure.
You know, watching some my high school directors just interact and how they approach music made me think, man, I really would enjoy doing that for a living.
Yeah.
So it was a no-brainer. It was I kind of wanted to be a doctor at first, but I don't like blood or needles. So then that was kind of out.
I don't either.
And then like the idea of being a lawyer was fun.
Oh, okay.
And then I took a debate class, and the teacher was like, it's nothing like what it looks like on TV. And so that pretty much killed that for me as well.
That's funny.
But by the time I hit sophomore year, it was definitely music ed was without a question what I was going to do.
So you'd probably say like your high school band directors were kind of like almost like the push in a way.
Yeah. They were very supportive when I told them I wanted to pursue music education.
Okay.
Originally, I was going to go to the University of North Texas because that's where a lot of people in the DFW went.
Sure.
It was easy. It was 30 minutes up the road. And then my band director at the time actually left after my junior year to go to University of Texas to pursue graduate work.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And he's the one that steered me in that direction.
Oh, okay. That's cool. And then you went to your undergrad and everything. Did you like want to teach like high school, or did you want to teach like kind of anything? Like
when I finished undergrad, I really wanted to teach high school.
Okay.
I love marching band. I still love marching band.
Yeah.
And I wanted to teach marching band in the Dallas area because that's where my family was at the time.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then my fiance at the time, who's now my wife, she got into grad school for audiology at the University of Texas at Dallas.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the DFW area was like where we had to end up.
Yeah.
So I ended up working for 1 year at Irving Nimitz High School as the third assistant and just helped with the marching band, taught the freshman band. And then the director, Mark Poole, who I worked with in Irving, we left and we went to Forney, Texas, which is east of Dallas, about maybe about 30 minutes to 2 hours with traffic. And I taught as an assistant there for 3 years. Kind of helped rebuild that program. And then North Forney High School opened up, and I went and opened that school as the head director and was there for 7 years. So 10 years total in that district. And then that's where I made the decision that I wanted to go back to grad school and teach at the collegiate level. But if I had to go back and teach high school again, I wouldn't be bothered by it. I really enjoyed it.
That's cool. Like, what made you want to teach at the collegiate level?
I really wanted to have a positive impact on future music educators.
That's cool.
And I thought teaching at the collegiate level, I could bring, 11 years of public school teaching experience, which isn't, the most of anyone in the world,
Sure.
but I think it's enough to where I know how it works.
Yeah. Right.
But I just really wanted to try to have a bigger impact on the profession by helping shape future music educators.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I know that, like, you brought up marching band and everything. Like, how did you get into, because I know you also arrange music for marching bands besides the marching band here on campus. How'd you, get into that?
Kind of by accident.
Okay.
When I was teaching high school, I was very lucky that we were able to hire arrangers and drill designers and things like that. But
Sure.
sometimes if something just didn't quite work, I know those people were super busy, so it was faster for me to just kind of jump in and make quick edits.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was like, well, if I'm making quick edits, maybe we can write a couple shows. So we did a couple shows in-house, and I was very fortunate to have an assistant named Jim Gist, who's a very incredible percussion writer and arranger, also composes, and just a great marching band designer in general. So he helped me fix a lot of the mistakes that I made early on in my arranging career, and I learned from a lot of those and just kind of went from there. And then when I got to LSU, they gave us an opportunity to design some drill and to arrange some music.
Okay, that's cool.
And I studied, I got real interested and studied with Dr. Dennis Enos there, who's now at Oregon, and learned a lot about arranging from him, got more into it then.
That's cool.
And then when I got to Miami, took an arranging class with the marching band director, their Professor Jay Reese, and learned a lot from him and just kind of continued to apply that. And I mean, just over time, I've built a clientele up through that process.
Yeah, that's really cool. Just kind of going back to with the marching band, arranging in your college days. Did you were you able to write for even LSU's marching band, for instance? And oh, that's really cool. Okay.
Yeah, they gave the grads an opportunity to do a show.
Okay, that's really cool.
And so I arranged some of the music. Nightmare in Death Valley was the show that my good friend, Dr. Cliff Crooms, and I wrote together. I did the music for the first half. He did the music for the second half, and then I did the drill for the first half, and he did for the second half.
That's really cool.
Yeah, It was a really awesome experience, and very appreciative they gave that to us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I guess that goes right into my next question is how'd you get into writing drill for marching bands?
Yeah, the exact same way.
Okay, cool.
I ended up fixing some drill for one of my current clients.
Okay.
And they hired me the next year to do it.
Oh,
and
wow.
then
Okay.
kind of just like anything else, a couple bands saw what their drill was and they liked that. And so they hired me. And then some other friends from grad school just reached out and said, hey, could you help us out? And just kind of slowly built my clientele that way.
That's cool. That's cool. Getting to the ending here, what different types of philosophies do you take on throughout your daily life? This could be your teaching philosophy, life philosophy.
I think the big thing is just to make sure that I'm focused on always being grateful to be where I am.
Yeah.
It's easy to see the grass being greener on the other side, but the grass is green where you water it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I want to make sure that I'm serving my students in whatever capacity that looks like. Like this job is not about me. When I'm teaching BERM, it's not about me. It's about the students and their experience.
Oh, yeah.
And same thing for all of my other classes. I just want to make sure that whatever I'm bringing the best to the table for my students to have a great experience. So that's kind of my primary philosophy is just making sure students are getting the most out of what I bring to the table that they can.
I think that's great. What are some of your goals for your life?
Keep living it.
Yeah.
That's goal number one. I'm 44 now. So when you kind of hit that mid 40 range, that midlife realization kind of kicks in and you're like, I hope I'm only halfway there. So keep living is number one. And thing number two, just always grow.
Yeah.
I think it's better to grow 1%, every day than to try to grow 20% at a time. So just keep getting a little bit better at what I'm doing and make sure I'm always bringing the best version of myself to the students.
Yeah, I think that's great. What motivates you?
So that's a philosophical thing for me because I personally, I don't think motivation is a temporary desire to have discipline in your life.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And so for me, obviously my wife and daughter keep me going. I want to make sure that I'm doing right so I can continue to provide, good experiences and all that for them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I think the main thing that keeps me disciplined is I've been entrusted to people who are paying to be in my classes.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I want to make sure that they're getting their money's worth. I want to make
Got
sure
it.
that when they leave, they're like, man, I'm really glad I took that class.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. This is the next one. What like general piece of advice would you like give someone on the street or just really any kind of advice?
You know, even when it's the hardest, be grateful to be where you are because it could
Yeah.
always be worse. And the other thing is just go into every situation you can with an open mind.
Yeah.
If I could go back and tell my younger self anything, it would be have less preconceived ideas of how things should go. So then you have the opportunity to be more available for how things are
Yeah.
going in the present.
Yeah, that's great. I know I talked about goals for life, but do you have any like future goals, like any goals that you want to accomplish this year or a couple months from now?
Yeah, I have a couple different. For one, physically, just lose some weight, get back into better shape. And that's all up to me, kind of
Sure.
just keeping my self-discipline. Professionally, I want to get more to where I'm not looking at scores during rehearsal and where I'm not looking, just getting
okay.
more comfortable not looking at scores.
Yeah, sure.
That's a habit I kind of developed during COVID. And I
Okay.
would like to go, and I had it a little bit in grad school
Sure.
where you're just learning a lot of music. And I just need to trust myself a little bit more in that capacity.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, with all that, that's all I got over here. Thank you so much for coming on and everything. And yeah, hope you guys have a good one.
Yeah, thank you so much.